So hello and welcome back to another thrilling, okay, maybe not thrilling, but I'm going to try my best episode of our Sims Dragonrider Legacy Challenge. We are actually kind of ramping down. We are actually winding up this third generation, or the second generation, and probably going to be starting our third generation either, well, within the next couple of episodes of this. It's going to be Nerilka, or it could be Alessan, or if Jemmy and Bethany decide to have another baby, maybe it'll be that one, but I am thinking it's probably going to end up being Nerilka. Drop it in the comments below which one you would rather see. We can do it that way, or I can just randomize it again. But, yeah, like I said, if Bethany and Jemmy decide to have another kid, that will be up to them. That is not going to be up to me. I mean, it kind of will be, but only if they're seeing in their wants that they want to have another baby. We will see. I know that they are both getting closer to aging up, and that will put a limit on things here soon. So, without further ado, let's just get back into it. I think this episode we are going to work on having Nerilka get her skills as high as she can, work on her childhood aspiration, and we will also work on our little toddler Alessan and see if we can maybe get him aged up into a child this episode. So those are our goals. Let's just get to it. Alright, so it looks like Jemmy is at work. Bethany is thinking about listening deeply to music and playing toys with Nerilka, but I haven't exactly figured out how to do that, so we will let her listen deeply to that music. Nerilka is a loner. She needs to get a skill to level 2, which she's already done, and she has done her homework. That is fantastic. My darling, alright, it's 3 p.m. No. You need to throw that away, not play in it. There we go. What does she actually want to do with life? She wants to play 3 games of chess and read with an adult, which actually lines up with Jemmy's wants, which is good. So, you know what, Nerilka? Why don't you play with your mother? You guys can, like, challenge each other to a game of chess. Let's see how Alessan's doing. Oh, he's sad. He's been left behind. Oh, how are his skills? I don't even know. He needs to have some fun. Well, you know what sounds like a lot of fun, my little dude? Why don't you go over here and play with a toy? You can play with Little Grim. A little bit morbid, but you know, it kind of is in line with his personality. That should get his fun up, and when Jemmy gets home, he has got to fix that sink. So, we're just going to let them just keep doing their thing. Oh, and Jemmy has a new challenge at work. He needs a new challenge. I think he would present suggestions. Jemmy hates waiting for others to give him ideas, so he presents his boss with suggestions and gets a medium performance gain. Fantastic. And Nerilka is mental level 2, and Alessan has gotten the imagination skill. How are you getting on here, Nerilka? You are doing fantastic. You are getting right along. You need to play 3 games of chess. She's like, I have got this all figured out. I think if I can figure out a way, she is going to do something medical if I can figure out a way to do it. That would line up with the Nerilka in the book. She was really good with caring for others. So, I don't have Get to Work, but we'll have her at least work with plants and things. So she might start doing that here soon. Anyway, I'm going to keep up with these guys, and we will be back with them when Jemmy gets home. All right. Bethany has made dinner and she is going off to go to sleep. All right. Well, you know what, sweetie? You should probably pee first. And Jemmy is home. Fantastic. Jemmy, why don't you come over here and express some love to your daughter? And then maybe you can read her a story. Can we do that? Doesn't look like it, but you know what? We can, I think, do it with parenting. Let's see here. Parenting. Maybe not. All right. Well, Nerilka, can you... No. All right. We're going to have to wait until Jemmy is reading to the toddler. Jemmy, what are you doing? You are just like being all focused over here and getting soaked. All right, well, Jemmy, what would you like to do? You really want to read with a child. That is your big goal right now. But that doesn't look like something that you're going to do, so you know what? I know that you were at work, but let's repair that. Repair that sink. Looks like everybody in the house is asleep except for our patriarch here, who is going to go and fix that sink, and then he will probably go ahead and go to sleep as well. And we will just, I guess, rejoin everybody in the morning. I thought he was going to be able to read to Nerilka a little bit and kind of do both of the things that I wanted them to do, but I guess not. So we'll just have to do it tomorrow. So we will check back in with them tomorrow. Uh-oh. Looks like Nerilka has a monster under the bed. Oh no. Well, why don't you talk to the monster under the bed? Why don't you see what's going on with that monster? No. Don't wake up your mother. Go talk to the monster first. Maybe it wants to be friends. She's like, "Hello. Are you maybe a watchwear?" The watchwear. Oh, she made friends with the monster under the bed. Good job, Nerilka. All right. Well, now can we maybe... We cannot do that. All right. Well, read under the covers for a little bit. And then go pee. And then maybe you can get a little bit more sleep because it's midnight. And that is not the time that you are supposed to be up. She's like, this is exactly the way I was as a kid. In fact, I managed to convince my parents that I was terrified of the dark so that they would leave the hall light on. And then I would read by the hall light that came in through my door. They eventually got wise to that, but it took them a while. So, you know. I see a little bit of me in Nerilka there. All right, Nerilka, you're about to pee yourself, so why don't you go to the bathroom, and then maybe we can sleep? Yes, we can go back to sleep. All right, and then hopefully there will be no more monsters under the bed. And Bethany is up bright and early. She is cleaning that disgusting sink, and she is absolutely terrified of our poor ghost Duke. So I think, Jemmy, once you get your breakfast done, I think we're going to go release Duke and Ferenth to the great beyond to be with Sorka and Sean. Jemmy would like to enthuse about a new show and gain in his family relationships. And Nerilka has discovered that something strange is under her bed. Oh, now it says she's unsuccessful. All right. Well, you know what, Nerilka? I think you've probably had enough sleep, so we will just let you be scared for a minute. Jemmy is feeling quite flirty, but it doesn't seem like that's anything he's going to do anything about right now. So we are going to have him go. And let's release release our beloved pets' spirits to the netherworld so that they stop coming in and terrifying everyone in the family. He's over here spraying the monster under the bed for his daughter. He's like, it's okay, sweetie. I've got this. Daddy's here. Everything's gonna be okay. Now I'm gonna go take care of these ghosts. And Nerilka, you know what? Why don't you go finish eating that? Waste not, want not. We do not waste in this family. And Bethany is also feeling very flirty. She wants to earn some money and tips. I don't think that that is going to be something that she does. And she wants to be friendly with Nerilka. Well, you know what? Why don't you maybe... Oh, yes, releasing the spirits, please. And why don't... Yes, we are releasing the spirits. Thank you. Thank you, Sims. Let's, maybe get to know her a little bit. You know, ask her about her dreams. Ask her about her ambitions. Nerilka's like, I would like to learn all about plants from you, Mom. You seem to have a handle on all the plants, you know? Now she would like to play any instrument. Well, how is she doing on her musical genius? She needs to write some songs. Can she write songs here yet? She can play songs, but she can't write songs. Well, go tickle the ivories. She's also feeling kind of hungry, but we'll let her do her thing. And Nerilka is going to go and draw some pictures. Fantastic. She's definitely sounding thrilled about it, too. Alright, Jemmy, my flirty dude. You would like to come take a bath? That is actually a fantastic idea. And then you really do want to gain a friendly relationship. You want to be closer with your children. Well, you know, we can probably manage that after your bath. Unfortunately, Nerilka is going to be heading off to school in a couple of hours. And Alessan should be getting up any second now, like right about now. So Bethany, you are doing really good, but why don't you potty train the baby? Just work on that whole potty thing. And everybody else is doing their thing. And then I think, now that Jemmy is nice and clean, we're going to have him read Dog on a Log to both of the kids after Alessan is got his potty training done. Maybe Jemmy can just sit and read while everybody is on the toilet. Nerilka can sit and listen with her dad. She's like, all right, yeah, Dad's going to read a story. This sounds absolutely fantastic. Killing two birds with one stone. You know, sometimes their faces scare me to death. He's like, once upon a time, there was a castle, and it always rained at that castle, but the thief came in to steal the birthday cake. But the one-eyed monster, I think we're going to make the monster a good guy, hopefully. The one-eyed monster came down and rescued everyone from the rain and the thief. The end. He's like, yeah. And then it was all like pianos and potty chairs. Speaking of potty chairs, Alessan just did fantastic, and he is now smart enough to use his potty all by himself. I am so proud of him. Jemmy, why don't we do one more book? Why don't we read Charlotte's Pig to both of the kids before school? We have a little bit more time. I'm not sure that Alessan could actually hear through the thick stone walls, but you know, maybe he's got really good hearing. Aw, yay. Alright, Bethany, why don't you clean up that potty chair? It's a little bit on the icky side. And then, you know what? Why don't you go ahead and serve up some eggs and toast? Nerilka is really into this story, even if it does sound a bit like it's a repeat. But you know what? That is doing fantastic things for our flirty Jemmy. He's definitely bonding with the kids, which is what he really wants to do. Poor Alessan just got there and sat down. Poor kid. Milestone complete. Now, he wants to be parent to a child that has 3 friends, which he already is, and be friends with 3 of his own children, which kind of sort of means we're going to have another baby. Dun, dun, dun. Alright, well, Nerilka, you are a little bit late to school, but that's alright. Jemmy, you know what? While you are at it over here, why don't you teach some shapes to Alessan, and you, my dear, no, go to school. Nerilka, you are already late. Head to school, please. There we go. Study hard. You've got this. Alessan, how are you doing as far as food? You know what? You are hungry. Let's do shapes in a few minutes. Let's go and grab a serving of food. And, yeah. Once they're done eating, then we'll teach shapes.
More do?
Alright, it looks like everybody is done eating. That is fantastic, Jemmy. It sounds like you have to make another baby, but we'll work on that here in a little bit. Let's teach some shapes to Alessan. Well, Bethany, I know that you're feeling awfully flirty, but I think you need to spray for bugs. Oh, Nerilka's PE class has to run laps, lots of them, to build their stamina and lungs. She is mostly through the first lap when she sees a gap under the bleachers. Would Coach notice if she sat out? I think she would keep running. She glances around and decides that it's too risky, but imagining the cool shade helps her pick up some speed. Awesome. She did a small performance boost in school. Alright. We also need to do the weeding, and then let's go ahead and sell all of those. Well, Jemmy is over here just teaching this baby all about everything in life.
Baya.
He's like, no, it's round. And Alessan's like, are you sure it's round? It looked like a dragon. Or maybe a fish. He is doing absolutely fantastic. What time does he have work? He has work in 4 hours. Well, hopefully he can make another baby before it's time for work. So, Bethany, once you are done with all of the gardening, which might take you a little while, maybe you can go seduce your husband. Yeah, you do want to express your devotion to him, so I can think of a way to do that. Maybe she needs to pee first, though. So we will have her use the toilet. I will take care of those dishes for you. Don't worry about that. Alright. How is our little budding genius doing here? He is actually doing pretty good. How are his skills? Needs to work on communication. He also seems to be kind of sad because he's tired of blocks. And Brent is here. Hi, Brent. Come on in. Alessan, would you like to go and maybe meet Brent? Talk to the stranger?
Kangaroo.
You can come hang out with him a little bit. He's not too sure about this talking to stranger thing. Alright, Jemmy, once Bethany is all done going to the bathroom, and while Brent is keeping your son busy, I think that you should definitely try to have another baby, since that is in your aspiration. And the mail's here. Oh, good. It wasn't anything bad. Alright. And Alessan, how are you getting on here? Maybe... Can we talk to the stranger some more? Nope, we can only say goodbye. Well, we'll talk to the stranger one more time, and then we're gonna go and babble to our big bear friend. Mom and Dad are gonna work on making another little sibling. I think this one will probably be either Balerian or... What's another potential female? We're going to go with Balerian or probably Marita. You know, we'll cover all of our bases here for the next generation. Oh, everybody's feeling awfully flirty. Bethany's like, darling, you know I love you. And you know our family is almost perfect. But it's not quite there yet. Now, I told you, Jemmy, don't take out the trash. You have to try for a baby with your wife. These are important goals. I will deal with the trash. I will put it back in the trash can. Alright, now they are busy doing their thing, and our little one is looking at a book. That's adorable. Work for Jemmy starts in about an hour, which sounds like he has exactly enough time to make a third child. Well, child number 2 is down here trying to figure out what all these books mean. How are all of his needs? His needs are actually not terrible. You know, I think, can we maybe... Bubbles? Let's ask Brent if we can get Bubbles. He's like, I would like a bath, Mr. Stranger, who's been around my entire life, which hasn't been very long yet. Where is he going? Is he going to put away that book? Oh, what a good child. I don't know where he put it. I think he might have put it in his inventory. He did. Well, don't worry about that. The magical sim controller will put all of this away. Bethany, I would like you to take a pregnancy test. Let's see if we have made baby number what? Oh, wait, are we? I think she wants us round 2. Okay, well, you know, you got crazy little kids, go for it. Jemmy might end up being a little bit late to work, but I guess that's okay. Right, well, they are having a quite steamy exchange about all this, but no. Nope, they decided not to go for a repeat, and for whatever reason, Alessan is not getting the Bubbles thing. And Bethany, how are you going? Oh, we are eating for 2. Fantastic. Bethany is gonna be a mom again. But first, let's give Alessan a bath. We can keep this news to ourselves until Jemmy gets home, but he might have a suspicion because we already have a baby bump. Awesome. Alright, well, that's about it for today. If anything really exciting happens, I will unpause the recording. Alright, we are back another day. Nerilka's getting ready to go to school. Alessan is playing with his blocks. Jemmy's reading a book. And Bethany is out tending to her beautiful garden. Hopefully, oh, nope, she forgot to spray for bugs over there. So we will definitely do that. Nerilka is off to school. Study hard, my dear. Alessan is doing his blocks. Jemmy is doing his thing. Looks like everybody is doing pretty darn good here at the household. Also, I just noticed that my mountain is glitching in. Huh. Oh well. If it doesn't bother you, it's not going to bother me. And I just won't look at it. Which I feel like is the best way to make sure that something doesn't bother you too badly. Alright, Bethany, when you're all done with that, why don't you get the mail? Looks like everybody in the house is doing fantastic. How is Alessan's skill building going? He is 2s all the way across the board. If we can get him up to all the way 3s, we can age him up this episode. Don't know if we'll be getting Nerilka up to a grade A student so that she can age up. But you know what? That's okay. We have another baby on the way. I kind of want them to all be fairly close in age, so we might just let Nerilka stay a child for a while longer. Even if she does end up pulling an A in this episode. But we are going to concentrate today on Alessan and this skill building thing. Also, Jemmy, you are really concentrating on that book. You are reading Baby Bill and the Bobcat. You've been reading it for the last 2 hours. You know, my dude, I don't think I've ever analyzed a children's book quite as deeply as you are right now. And Bethany has hit garden level 5. She is absolutely crushing it. I am so proud of them. So I'm just going to keep working on skills. Alright, so Alessan has hit skill level 3 in imagination. He is crushing it. Nerilka is home from school, and Jemmy is off to work. Nerilka, darling, we need to do our homework before we do our playtime. Hate to tell you that. I wish someone had told me that. She is still an excellent C student. She is doing pretty darn good, honestly. Alright, Alessan is feeling very tired. He's also very hungry. So you know what? Before you go to sleep, my little dude, why don't you come over here? Yes, Bethany loves the guitar. She loves anything that's music. Why don't you go get some food? He's like, but I'm sleepy. Oh, I guess I should probably take this off of double speed. Things are going a little crazy there. Alright, Bethany, how are you getting on? You're actually doing pretty good. Why don't you practice on the piano until you get to the point where you can actually write a song? She's also in the 2nd trimester. We will be hitting our 3rd trimester in 22 hours. Alright, and little Alessan is very cranky. And Nerilka is done with her homework. Can you do extra credit yet, sweetie? Nope. Unfortunately, she can't. Well, you know, if you really need to pee that bad, why don't you go to the bathroom and then go ahead and eat those eggs and toast. Alessan did not actually eat his food. We'll let him get his energy up a little bit, and then we're going to wake him up and make him eat. Otherwise, he might end up getting taken away from us, and that would ruin this Dragonrider challenge, now wouldn't it? Go a little bit on double speed here. Let's go ahead and open that and just pull this into his room. Alright, you know what, my little dude? You need to grab a serving of food. I know you're sleepy, but you need to get something to eat. Where are you going? Where are you going? The eggs and toast are gone. You can't eat the eggs and toast. You have to eat the other. Oh, he actually had some with him. Well, that works. Alright. Once we have taken care of that hunger issue, we will just go ahead and go back to sleep. There we go. Nerilka, how are you doing as far as the whole sleep thing? She's rocking like a mad child. You know what? Why don't you ask to spray the monsters under the bed from your mother? Bethany is just killing it on the piano there, but get Mom to spray the monsters. No, you need to go to sleep in your own bed. There we go. All right. Great job, everybody. Bethany's like, now I can finally have a little bit of peace, eat my dinner, and then possibly go to bed when my husband gets home. After she pees again. That is a feeling I definitely remember. Constantly having to pee because you have a baby sitting on your bladder. But we will do that. We will clean that. And then when Jemmy gets home here in 20 minutes, he's also tired, so it'll be bedtime for everybody. And we will see them in the morning. All right, it is the next morning. Everybody has had a wonderful breakfast except for Alessan, who is still asleep. And it looks like Bethany really needs a bath. Oh yeah, she desperately needs a bath. So after she takes care of that bladder need, we will go ahead and give her a bath. She's so excited about the bath, she got off the toilet before she was done. I will take care of these dishes, and Alessan will be getting up soon. Jemmy and Nerilka are having a game of chess. They are very focused. Jemmy's like, yes. This is the way that you be logical. You are a child after my own heart. Now, this Nerilka definitely has a much better relationship with her parents than the Nerilka in Merida or Nerilka's story. But you know what? This is The Sims, and we can have them have the best relationships possible. But yeah, they are having a wonderful time, and that was an interesting camera angle. Alright, how is our little boy doing? He should be getting up any minute now, so let's go ahead and pull him something out of the refrigerator so that he can eat. And then Bethany, I think you need to make some food for these kids, because we don't have much in the fridge. Also, it's Love Day. She would love to spend some time with the one that she loves, flirting or woohooing or kissing. She wants to give flowers. I'm not sure that we're going to manage that. She also wants to go on a date. Well, I think we're going to manage at least one of those aspirations there. But why don't you cook something exciting, something filling that you can stick into the refrigerator? Let's go with something healthy. Let's make a watermelon salad for the family. Nice big old fruit salad. She also would like to write a piano song. And she wants to try for a baby with Jemmy, but she's already pregnant, so that's going to be kind of difficult. And little Alessan is up. He is feeling playful. What is he doing? Oh, he's dancing. That's awesome, my little dude. You just boogie right on down to the table to get something to eat. Meanwhile, Nerilka and Jemmy are done with their chess game. Good job. Jemmy would like to mentor a child's homework and listen to alternative music. You know, we can probably manage at least one of those if you actually aren't at work. Nope, you have work today. Probably no homework today, Jemmy, my dear. And it's raining again. I'm starting to think that it does nothing but rain in this game. We've had lots of rain and snow, and Nerilka is off to school. Have a fantastic day, sweetie. Jemmy is just standing in the rain. Well, you know what, Jemmy? If you are just standing in the rain, why don't you go for a jog in the rain? Get a little bit of that exercise in. Bethany can hold down the fort here. We are still in our second trimester, but that's all right. Can you maybe write a song, since you really wanted to do that? She can't write a song yet. Well, practice your piano a little bit. And then go to the bathroom. I'm telling you, I do remember that from being pregnant, though. It felt like all you ever did was pee. We'll put those back in the refrigerator. And Jemmy, or not Jemmy, Alessan, why don't you work on shapes? Dad's out for a jog, and we're working on skills. Hopefully we will get his skills all up to level 3 today and get him aged up, and that will end this episode, I think, because I don't think we're going to be aging up Nerilka today. Thought maybe we would, but I think now that we have a third baby on the way, I want to have these kids kind of close in age so we have a good spread of contenders for our next heir. All right, Nerilka is home from school. Alessan has mastered his potty skill. All we need to max out is movement and imagination, or movement and communication. Or not max out even. All we need to do is get those 2 skills up and we can have a birthday. So, as soon as he is no longer hungry... Bethany. No naps. No rest for the wicked here. You need to maybe teach him to talk a little bit. Maybe. Give him a little bit of comfort. And then maybe we can teach him to talk. Nope. That's alright. Alessan can talk to you. Where is she? She must be upstairs. Well, Alessan, why don't you go up here and talk about princesses with your mom? That'll be killing 2 birds with 1 stone. He can work on his movement by climbing those steps. You can do it, little dude. He's like, but I'm so sleepy. I know, but I really wanted to age him up today. Might end up having to age him up tomorrow. Nerilka is done with her homework. Can you do your extra credit today? You can do extra credit. And then you can go ahead and get some leftovers. How is our little prince doing here? Other than being very, very sleepy. He's getting a little bit better. He's going to tell his mom all about princesses. He's like, I heard back on Earth there used to be this thing called a princess. And they were very special people. They were pretty amazing. Actually, they were kind of inbred and, you know, probably a little more than they were cracked up to be. But oh well, life goes on, doesn't it? Doing really good. Let's maybe talk about your favorite color. We're gonna get this done. At least all of it except for movement, which we can probably cap out in the morning, have a birthday, and call this one done. How is Bethany doing? How is she doing on that baby thing? She is going to be having that baby any minute now. Alright, well, Alessan, I hate to tell you, your mom has passed out on you, so why don't you go back down the steps and go to sleep. Nerilka's over here just doing her homework like a trooper. She is doing amazing. I will take care of all these dishes. Alessan will make it to his bed and maybe make his movement skill go up just a little bit more, since he is actually having to go down the steps to get there. And we will rejoin them tomorrow. I swear to you, we are having a birthday this episode. Alright, we have made the next morning. Bethany has just decided that she enjoys cooking, and we are aging up Alessan today come heck or high water. Why? Because he is done. He is almost there. We just need to get 2 more skills up once he wakes up and has breakfast. So Bethany is working on that breakfast. Jemmy, no, you are not getting leftovers. You are going to stand there and wait for your wife to finish her cooking. You can wait that long. Bethany, you don't eat before everybody else. All right, all right. I want everybody to be at the table together enjoying a meal. This is my goal. Very rarely happens in real life for me, but darn it, I would like my Sims to all sit down and have breakfast together if Bethany can maybe finish cooking. How's the baby? Baby needs to wake up too. Baby needs to wake up. Jemmy, no, 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 no. You're not getting that. Alessan, I know you need to pee, but you are already on it yourself, and Jemmy is fine. Nerilka's gonna get... Alright, well, best laid plans of the mice and men. At least the baby, once he gets off the potty, can go ahead and just grab a serving of the food that his mother made. Oh my goodness, these kids, these Sims, always works out that way. But we are going to work our butts off on getting this kid aged up if the cat doesn't walk across my microphone. Hi there. You can't see him, but he's decided to walk in front of the microphone and on the keyboard. Down you go, Parky. Also, one of these days I'm going to actually get a second webcam, but for now I am not cammed up because I share the webcam with my son, who also does streaming and things like that, so he needed it today, which is absolutely fine. I've been hogging it for months now, so we'll figure it out. I will definitely have it back, but you know, we can share. Thankfully it's USB, so it's easy to share back and forth. All right, Bethany, what are you doing here? You want to do some painting? All right, well, I think what you need to do is maybe spray for bugs and probably pull some weeds. I know you'd rather paint, but you know, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. And Alessan, now that you are feeling a little bit better, I think you should play with your dad. And Jemmy's over here trolling the forums. You know, yeah. The Sims. What are you gonna do? Alright. Definitely go play with Dad. That should get his movement completely capped, and then all we have to do is communication, which he might actually max out just by asking his dad to play. That would be really cool. He's like, Dad, let's play. Let's play bear. Yay! And that was actually one of the things he wanted to do. When this animation goes right, it looks amazing. When it goes wrong, it's absolutely horrifying. The Sims have their backwards arms and everything. It's a little bit disturbing. Alright, it's a lot disturbing. But that is fantastic. We are done playing. Let's get on to business here. Jemmy, I would like you to actually just stand there and listen to your son as he talks about princesses and maybe superheroes if this doesn't push us over the edge. And Bethany, once all that is done, how is that cake? Is it still there? Ah, and that was exactly in time. Let's open up that refrigerator and see if we have a cake inside that is not... It's gone. All right. Well, you know what? Bethany is doing the gardening, so Jemmy, I need you to make a cake for your son. Let's make him a... as I scroll through them all, let's make him a strawberry cake. That sounds wonderful. because we are having a birthday, darn it. Also, Jemmy, do you actually have to go to work? 5 hours. That is plenty of time to age up this baby. We have got this. I will take care of these dishes, or maybe Nerilka will. Ah, Nerilka's going to take care of the dishes. That is awesome. Bethany is over here just doing all sorts of things out here in the rain, taking care of these plants. And once this cake is done, hopefully Alessan won't be in the toilet for too long, as he's playing pirate in the toilet over there. And we will have a birthday party and check out our youngster in Cass. And then that'll be it, unless Bethany goes into labor on us. She could be doing that any minute now. But you know what? That's okay. Also, before we do anything else, Jemmy, I would like you to add some birthday candles to that cake. And then we're gonna help our toddler blow out candles. We are gonna help little Alessan turn into medium Alessan. Well, Nerilka's over here just being a little cleanup queen. She's getting everything all clean. Getting everything ready for our... Alright, well, she kind of dropped it on the floor, but oh well. She was close. Let's see this boy as he ages up. Alright, so a lesson in the books is... He is definitely into animals. So let's see if we have dog lover. Maybe we'll just make him an animal enthusiast. He is obsessed with animals. We don't have horses in The Sims, unfortunately. And you know what? We're just going to keep on rolling with the mental thing, because it is the easiest childhood aspiration to deal with. All right, that is fantastic. Jemmy, why don't you put some birthday candles on that, and hopefully it won't go off before the next time we need to use it. Bethany, how are you doing? You are about to burst your bladder. That's all right. Once you are all done with the plants, you can go to the bathroom, and we are going to use Jemmy here to change and cast, freshen up young Ian Teen. I will get him all set and show him to you, and then we will fix up his room, and that'll be about it. All right, so there is our Alessan. I gave him kind of messy hair because that is mentioned in both of the books that he is in, that he has a very messy hair. And you know, I did just realize that if Nerilka or Alessan ends up being our next generation, they're just going to have to marry someone with a name that's the same as their sibling, because, yeah, I might have messed up a little bit. But that's okay. Alright, that is awesome. Let's do a quick remodel on Alessan's room. We're not going to get rid of anything, but we are going to kind of just move some of this stuff out of the way. Let's put this potty chair out here for now, and get his big boy bed out of... There we go. We will put that... I guess we're just going to put it on this wall right about... What is on the wall? Let's see. Oh, we have a nightlight on the wall. That is okay. We can move it really, really quick. Let's see here. We're going to move the nightlight over there. We're going to put Alessan's bed up on the wall. Put the rug under it. Stick the nightlight. You know what? We're going to shrink that nightlight a little bit too. But we'll stick the nightlight right in there. Let's pull these walls back 3/4 view. Can't think if there's anything else that we really need to get for him that we have in inventory. Maybe later on his dad can make him a little table and chair, kind of like Nerilka has, to go under his bed so he can study at it. But yeah, I think that is about everything. Our kids are doing amazing. And in the next episode, we're going to have another baby. Oh my goodness. I'm thinking if it's a girl, it will end up being Marita. If it is a boy, it will be probably Balerion. Or actually, you know what? If it is a girl, let's name her after Alessan's sister, who I can't remember her name right now, but I will before the end of the next episode. And if it's a boy, we will still go with Balerion. But until then, from our lovely legacy family that keeps expanding, I will see you next week. Have a great one.